What's going on, guys? Ryan with Jedha Patrol back. Another video today. You've asked for it, some of you repeatedly, and I just haven't gotten around to it. But today, it's the top 10 Hot Toys releases of 2022. Let's roll. That's right, guys. We're back today. I know a lot of you have been asking about it. Some of you, like I said earlier, some of you a lot. When are we going to get this? And honestly, I had a difficult time choosing what was going to be in the top 10 list. Honestly, there's Tucker. Right, there's Tucker. Hey, Tucker, are you going to help me out? No, you're just going to lay there? That's somewhat helpful. I actually did a video on all of the releases that happened in 2022, and I missed a couple of them in there. I don't know how, but I did. I missed a couple in there. But if you want to check out that video, it's up there. Just know that I missed like 2 figures in there, I think. I missed 2. But anyways, 2022, tons of releases. I think it was like 65 or 66 releases. It was a lot. So choosing like what's the top 10, what they should be, was very difficult. So I wanted to be, a couple factors were entered into this. One, did I enjoy reviewing it? Like was I looking forward to it, and did I enjoy reviewing it? Did I enjoy posing it? Do I still own it? That might be a thing. Do I still own it? I own most of them still. Did I just enjoy it? Is it one of the things that the value was there? I thought it was good value. I think that's important, right? Was it something innovative? That might have been something interesting. Was it something that stands out on the shelf? That was a factor as well. And just overall attachment to the character, I think that would be important as well, because I think that does factor in. Sometimes we'll look past flaws in figures because we really like the character. I know that happens in the community a lot. Like, I just freaking want the character because it doesn't exist, or I just really like that character, and regardless of the flaws, I'll let that pass. I typically will show you a flaw if there's a flaw, regardless if I like the character or not. I typically would do that, so I try to do that. But enough rambling and babbling. Let's get on to number 10. Number 10's got to be Bo-Katan. Got to be highly anticipated figure. Highly anticipated figure. Not without his flaws. As I was saying earlier, not without his flaws. I don't know why Hot Toys gave us single joint elbows. I have no idea. Regardless of the single joint elbows, the tailoring is beautiful. The head sculpt, I think, is pretty damn good. The helmet look, which is currently how I have mine, is amazing. It's Bo-Katan. I don't want to weigh too heavily on the character attachment. I want to just give the solid figure. The accessories are great. The dimensions, proportions of it are great. Shelf presence is fantastic. And the poses I wanted to do with this particular figure, I did, even with the single joint elbows. I think it's all around a great release. So she made it to top 10, in fact, number 10 on the list. Some people would say, why is she on there? That's why. Good value, not crazy expensive. Head sculpt, helmet, accessories, weapons, Star Wars, shelf presence, all those. Let's move on to number 9. Number 9 had to be Jango Fett. Had to be. I had the sideshow version a couple of years ago. In fact, I owned 2 of them at the same time because it was just, it was just a garbage figure all around. The way the armor attached, it was just garbage. So I was highly anticipating the Jango Fett. Not only did Hot Toys give us an amazing head sculpt, which is quite fantastic, all kinds of accessories which we don't even need because they're still in the box, and I just didn't need them. The helmet, he's the freaking clone daddy. I mean, come on. A character side. So character, check right there, right? The paint application is great. It would have been cool if it was like chrome style. I think that would have been like next level, although I know it's not supposed to be, but I just think that would be cool. But dual, you get a head sculpt, you get a helmet, you get piles of weapons, you get effects, and just, it's just a cool figure. It's just all around. Posing ability, just like any other armored figure. A little bit of limitation in the torso region, but outside of that, it does plenty fine. And it's just iconic. It's a must-have for a Star Wars collector. It's just a must-have. And when people miss out on this one later in the future, yeah, they're going to regret it. Number 8, Kuiil. Now, there was some debate on whether or not Kuiil and the Chrome Mando should be in 2022 because they haven't started shipping in the States yet. However, I'm going by release date, and it was released in 2022. So that's where I'm going with this. So I know a lot of you don't have this figure yet, but when you get it, you will understand why he's on the list. Number one, he's on the list because I have spoken. That's why he's on the list. Number two, the head sculpt is amazing. The shelf presence is fantastic. It's a non-human form figure, which they absolutely nailed. I mean, just the magnetic backpack, the tailoring, they downscaled it great. It looks fantastic on a blurg. It just all around, Kuiil had to be a must-have. And it's a figure, I mean, he's literally never going to show up again because he's not alive anymore unless there's weird flashbacks, which I wouldn't see them doing. It's a must-have. This right here is one of those figures that you have in the collection and you just enjoy it every time you walk by. This is that figure. It is fantastic. So he's definitely in the top 10 for 2022. Number 7, we've got Hydra Stomper. I actually have Hydra Stomper and Steve Rogers, but depending on which one you got, if you just got him or you got the set, I think you should get the set, honestly. And he's too tall to even fit in the frame where I've got him where the camera's at. But this is unbelievable. Value, check. Unbelievable. If you got the Hydra Stomper with Steve Rogers, the value for those two figures is crazy. I very much like it. I know there's some complaints about it being a power pose figure. I have zero complaints with that. None whatsoever, because honestly, this, even my Hulkbuster, I don't know the last time I freaking posed my Hulkbuster. Don't even care. This right here is unbelievable. The paint application is on point. It's, I mean, fairly lightweight. I mean, compared to the Hulkbuster again. You can put Steve Rogers in the Hydra Stomper. You can have Captain Carter flying on the back. It's got the acrylic stand for flying. It's crazy. It's just a beautiful figure all around. So even if you only got this, I think you're in good shape, but I would definitely recommend the 2-pack. Had to make it to the top 10. It's just another one of those things that we won't see again, and Hot Toys stepped out of the norm and gave us something awesome. Number 6 had to be Arena Suit Boba Fett. Had to be. Now, I wanted to rank him higher, but there were just so many cool figures released in 2022 that I had to move him down just a touch. I know a lot of people didn't get him because it sold out quickly, and that's unfortunate. However, it is a fantastic figure. In fact, all these figures that we're showing today, I've got reviews on. I'll put links in the description below. I was going to say there, but I'll put links in the description below for all the reviews. So if you happen to be watching this and you want to go check out the reviews on these, do that down there. But had to be Arena Suit Boba Fett. Comic accurate, has crazy accessories. You can definitely put in a Fett head sculpt on there, which looks amazing as well. That's pretty cool. If you want to do that, I think I put Cody head sculpt or Jango head sculpt on it because when I got this one, those were the ones released. But you can definitely put some other ones on there. The backpack's great. It's just badass. I mean, honestly, just badass. I mean, this freaking spear thing and the dual wielding blasters and it's just cool. I don't know what else to tell you. It's freaking beautiful. So, Boba Fett. Moving on to number 5, Anakin flipping Skywalker, Clone Wars. Beautiful release. Now, whether you got Anakin alone or you got Anakin and the Stap, either one of those, the figure is fantastic. I do like the Stap. It is large and takes up a lot of space. So some of you bowed out of that one, which I understand for space reasons. Regardless of that, out of all the Anakins I have, which are all of them, I'm pretty sure this is my favorite. Yeah. I wasn't really highly looking forward to it because I had the other Anakins, dark side, light side Anakin. We had the Anakins. But on this shelf, because the other ones are pretty much all brown and they're just like monotone, right? Or as far as that goes, this one stands out. He's got the Vader-ish preview cover there on the shoulders. He's got armor plates. He's got just the blue and the maroon and the brown. It's just, the head sculpt is on point. It's just a beautiful figure. And if you got the Stap, you can do awesome things with that. Although currently I don't have mine displayed on the Stap. I don't know where I'm going to display it just yet. But Anakin right here had to be on the list. So number 5 on the list, Anakin Skywalker. Now, some of you might be saying, what's up with all this flipping to Star Wars? Well, I don't know. They're good. They make their Hot Toys like Star Wars. I don't know. We had a lot of reissues, and I didn't want to use reissues in the list. Like the Mark V from Iron Man, that was a beautiful figure, but it's a 2.0 reissue. And I don't like the Iron Man Mark 1 came out, or sorry, the War Machine Mark 1 came out. That was a reissue. I didn't think it was fair to do a reissue in the list. So as much as I love those things, they didn't make the list, right? Number 4, Luke Skywalker. So we had Anakin Skywalker. Now we got Luke Skywalker in this one, the Snowspeeder Luke. Had to have, I mean, just beautiful. This I was definitely anticipating for 2022. It is gorgeous. The head sculpt is on point. It may be, I think it is after looking at all the other ones I have, the best Luke Skywalker head sculpt we've seen so far. And we all know they haven't nailed that one just yet. But anyways, this one's the best. It's iconic. It literally, I don't throw that word out there a lot. It's iconic. Had to have it. I love the boots. I love the orange suit, the weathering, the paint detail, the head sculpt, the helmet. Although the way that you attach the helmet to the head is completely nonsense. It's just stupid. They should have just given us a separate head sculpt with a helmet. Like that would have been way easier. Maybe more expensive, but whatever. Shelf presence on point. Love it. And if you happen to be getting the Jazz Inc. Diorama Snow Speeder, like that would take this up another notch. I don't know. I really like this one. So had to be number 4. Had to be Luke Skywalker. I don't know. He could have moved up. Like we're getting into the territory where these next 3 really could be interchanged a little bit. But I'm going to make the decisions because somebody's got to. Now I'm going to get a lot of arguments in the comment section over this one, but hear me out. Hear me out. Number 3, best release 2022, comic version or comic origins Iron Man. Go check the video I made on this. It's amazing. The figure, the head sculpt, the switchable head face plates on it. I know it's got the plastic stuff going around. I've seen some people repaint them, seen some people remove them. It doesn't even bother me in the least in person. It really doesn't. It's the only part I really don't like is the feet. Like I think that's kind of weird. But outside of that, this other stuff doesn't bother me in the least. The diorama display stand with all the just LED things and the screens and just the only thing it needs is a comic accurate Tony Stark head sculpt. That would have been just that would have been on the freaking money. I love this thing. It's die-cast. It's got value there. Especially if you get the dioramas display stand, it is quite fantastic. I would definitely do that. I think the deluxe comes with the stand. I would definitely recommend that. If you like Iron Man, like I do, if you like the comics, this right here, must have Iron Man in the collection. I have almost all of them. I think I have just about every Iron Man figure out there, I think. The die-cast ones. But this right here is it's just beautiful, man. The candy apple red paint, the gold, leapt right off the comics. Hot Toys, just freaking nailed it, man. Well done. So number 3, Iron Man. Next up, we've got Fett. The repaint armor, Fett on throne. So if some people didn't get the throne, I don't know why you wouldn't get the throne. It's flipping amazing. I don't currently have mine displayed like that, but it's somewhere else. This Fett, and I know there was a 2-pack Fett. I know there's the arena Fett, and there's this one, but the 2-pack Fett with the head sculpts are amazing. I think those were released really early in the year of 2022. Fantastic figures. However, hear me out on this one. Hear me out on this one. This one with the all black flight suit or jumpsuit just looks better. It just does. It's fantastic. We get a throne. We get an amazing head sculpt. We get the weapons and just it's just good. It's just good. For me, this is my favorite Fett outside of the arena suit Fett. The dilemma is real, right? Let me know, did you guys get the throne version of this or did you just get him? I think the throne definitely added to it. Value for dollar, I think it's there. Even though I know we're getting a lot of Fetts and there's a lot of reissues and reuses of parts, understand. But of all the Fetts that are not, they're seen in the films or shows, not comic, because the arena suit is comic, this one to me stands out the most. Therefore, it deserves to be on this freaking list. And number one has to be Miles Morales. You thought I was going to do a Star Wars figure for number one, but if it had earned it, then I would have. But Miles kicked them all square in the nuts. Number one has to be Miles. Has to be from Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. We got Gwen the previous year, so she didn't really qualify, or else she probably would have been on the list as well. But Miles. What complaints could you possibly have for this figure? I think the only one I had is the way you put on the silicone skin. It's just kind of, you got to fiddle with it for a while. If you want to do like the neck thing and have the head sculpt and outside of that, the accessories are ridiculous. There's so many of them. You got 3 or 4 different looks you can have this guy set up in. The posability and range of motion, unhindered. Shelf presence, check. Value, check. Character, check. Number one for 2022, check. Absolutely amazing. That's my top 10 list for 2022. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let's fight it out in the comment section. Let me know your top 10 list in the comment section right now. And let me know what your thoughts are on my own list. And it is my list. Is it an objective fact that I am right? Well, yeah. We're having fun here. So I'm sorry this took so long, but I really wanted to debate this and figure out which ones should make the list. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, click what you like. If you want to see videos on any of these figures, description below, links for everything. See you next time.